Well, hello there, and welcome to Story Station. I'm your conductor, Mr. Jim. So glad that you can be with me today as we read A Greedy Little Pig. So it is written by Sharnan Simon, illustrated by Marcy Ramsey, and it's brought to us by our friends at Simon and Schuster Books. We want to thank them for allowing us to read today. Let's get ready, shall we? By putting on our reading eyes. Do you have your reading eyes on? Good. And then I need your listening ears today really well so that I know you're hearing everything I say. And of course, if I ask you a question, I want to hear from you. So be sure to put on that pretend voice box, right, that I can hear you. And let's sing our song about books, okay? So we know that the title's on the front. The title's on the front. Hi ho a biblio. The title's on the front. The author writes the words. The author writes the words. Hi ho a biblio. The author writes the words. The illustrator draws. The illustrator draws. Hi ho a biblio. The illustrator draws. And the spine binds the book. The spine binds the book. Hi ho a biblio. The spine binds the book. So now it's time to read. Oh, now it's time to read. Hi ho a biblio. Now it's time to read. All right. Well, let's look at what we've got here in this book, an older book, as you might be able to tell, as we like to say, a well-loved and much read book, A Greedy Little Pig. And who do we have on the of course, our title character, a pig. We're going to find out that his name is Sammy. And look at him. Look at all the treats that he has surrounding him. I see maybe one healthy one. Oh, a couple. He's got some corn and a watermelon. But I also see some ice cream cones and maybe a malt, some popcorn, candy apple, hot dogs. Yum. I'm hungry just looking at the cover. So let's find out all about this greedy little pig. Now, one thing that this publisher does, he starts this book with a fun little saying to get us all interested, our littlest readers, in the notion of reading. And it says, and I love this because I believe it, a book is a door, a magic door. It can take you places you have never been before. Ready, set, turn the page, open the door. Now it is time to explore. So that's a little bit of preface we have to the book. And now we start the book. Sammy Swine was a greedy little pig. So we see all the other pigs look like they're getting their healthy exercise. They're playing ball, maybe a little game of stickball or baseball. And then we've got Sammy, excuse me, he's eating out of what we call the slop bucket. And that's where all kinds of food scraps are. They give it to the pig, and he's enjoying that. I'll take that, Sammy told his friend Freddie. Then he shoved the whole watermelon into his mouth. How could he even do that? Give me some, Sammy told his friend Babe. Then he gobbled up every single ear of corn. Yum, Sammy told his friend Wilbur. Then he slurped down Wilbur's milkshake as well as his own. So he's not only eating his food and drinks, he's doing everybody else's too. And another thing I noticed, these are all, particularly Wilbur and Babe, Those are names for pigs that are used in other books. One day, Sammy and his friends went to the fair. It was great. There was so much to see and so much to eat. And we see the vendors for the food vendors at the fair. Fair's like a carnival or a festival. And we see hot veggie dogs, ice cream, popcorn. Sammy loaded up on cotton candy and popcorn balls and caramel apples. He's got them all there. He grabbed ice cream cones and root beer floats and lemon lime slushies. He used up every bit of mustard on his veggie dogs. Ah, Sammy sighed as he bit into a bun. This is the life. Ah, Sammy cried. The hot mustard on his veggie dogs had bitten him back. I read that wrong. Instead of saying he's reading ah. Ouch! 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 Oh, too much, too hot. Oh, help! He used the wrong kind of mustard. Used the hottest hot mustard on his veggie dogs. Freddie and Babe and Wilbur looked at Sammy. They looked at each other. Then Freddie gave Sammy a snow cone. Now that will help a mouth that's hot because of hot mustard. Babe patted Sammy on the back. Wilbur handed Sammy a napkin. Sammy, they said, you are a greedy little pig. See how all his friends, notice they're all in different colors, these pigs. Now, is there such thing as a blue pig? No. But sometimes an illustrator will use their imagination to make it fun for us. Now, Sammy isn't so greedy. He tries to be a generous little pig, but it isn't always easy. Luckily, Freddie and Babe and Wilbur are always around to help. And here we see the last picture. We're wondering if Sammy learned his lesson, because it seems like he wants to eat that whole cherry pie by himself. And that is our book, our little book, A Greedy Little Pig. Again, it is written by Sharnon Simon and brought to us by our friends at Simon & Schuster Books. I'm so glad that you joined me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time right here on Story Station.